Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dark Raku here with What If Issei Was Trained by a Menace Part 2. So let's begin into this what if, and let me shut the fuck up. But yeah, other than that, let me drink something real fast. Let me begin. So we begin into we begin into Issei kind of just laying down on his spot in first hour and just sleeping. While the two perverts are knocked out, everyone is so confused on who exactly this person is. The teacher is just going to count him as Issei for the fact that they don't understand if it's Issei or not. Until mostly one of the students who were actually quiet, mostly sat near what's it called, the pervert trio. This guy was just always quiet, and this guy always could feel the supernatural. He just kind of saw Issei as not much of a threat in the supernatural. But he did have this very menacing aura around him. This is where the person sit a little bit away from Issei, just so he doesn't piss off Issei or something. This is where, mostly Issei was asleep and didn't really care. This is where, we go into mostly a time skip after, mostly Issei getting in class. So we go into mostly Issei after class. This is where, mostly after his class is where the two perverts wake up after a while. But this is where, mostly everyone was getting out of class, talking about the rumors and other things about the new transfer student. Some people really think it's a new transfer student. Some of the people who are quiet and keeping quiet for another reason than Issei gives out this menacing aura is the fact that they already know this is Issei, and Issei just looks like a complete badass. He looks like an emo mixed with like a badass mixed with like a fucking school shooter at the same time. They're like, nah, we're not gonna fuck with him. This is where, mostly we go into, on time skip. Mostly a lot of girls will try to compare mostly Issei, mostly new look. Well, some of them, mostly those that still doesn't know this is Issei, with Kiba Yuta or like someone else, yeah. This is where, we go from there to mostly Issei getting to his next class. But for some reason, every guy in the school tries to fight him because he looks ripped as shit. So of course, a lot of different clubs from different guy clubs would try to either force him to join or try to fight him. Mostly either like the karate class, the metal ball toss. I forgot what the hell that's called again. Soccer, football. Yeah, a lot of people tries to get him into a club. Swimming club, track club. Actually, the track club is actually run by a female leader. And of course, she tried to ask him and even ask us what his name. He just ignored everyone. Some of the guy clubs usually try to fight him, but no, they end up in the fucking nurse office after a while. But yeah, this is where, let's go into what I mean. So mostly some of the karate, either karate class for the guys try to fight him, the karate leader says, "Hey, come on. Let me see what's your fighting style." He then asks Issei. Issei turns around to kind of just narrow his eyes because, this guy's really pissing him off. Because, he is hearing music, but his earbud was taken out of his ear thanks to this guy's, fast movements. It wasn't fast enough for mostly Issei thinking that this guy was just going to, grab his shoulder, but instead he grabbed his earbuds. So Issei was hearing a song called, this. So it's made by Moon Diddy, One Chance Inner World, but yeah, so not the point. But it's the images of prom. But yeah. But we go into mostly that happening and everyone kind of sees, mostly Issei get annoyed. Some people that still don't understand who this exactly this person is. Also, if you can hear me kind of stutter, it's because I'm itching my ear because I got dirt in my ear. Or not ear, my eye. So yeah, sorry about that. So of course, not the point. Let me go back into the water. So mostly we go into Issei kind of just seeing the karate dude. The karate dude says, "Come on, bring it on." Also, what kind of music you're hearing? This is where before the person can put the earbud in his ear, mostly Issei already grabbed his arm. It was crushing it with just his grip on the person's arm, which the person kind of yield a little bit until he lets go of the earbud. Issei grabs it, puts it in the ear, and then fucking kicks this guy in the face. Turns around to think he's walking away, but then fucking back kicks this guy in the face, sending his ass into a locker and crashing it. This is where, the other karate students wind their eyes seeing their leader just get taken out. It wasn't a fair fight. It looked like that Issei was annoyed and actually didn't play too fair. This is where, well, people in the karate class have honor, but this is where, well, they threw that honor away to try to all gang up on Issei. Issei looks at this and says, "You really are trying to fight me? Fine. Then don't blame me if you guys end up in the fucking hospital or in the nurse office." This is where, well, Issei fucking crushed bones, kicked the shit out of someone, kind of knocked someone in the face so hard that basically that man is in a coma for a couple days, but not the point. But yeah, Issei was kicking the shit out of everyone, but yeah, all the people that tried to attack him. But we go into mostly them kind of getting knocked out, and when Issei managed to get to his last class of the day, because we're just going to go into a time skip, mostly a lot of people had gotten in his way. Either guys, some of the girls, but the girls were either thrown out of the way because Issei gets in the way, because he's no longer a pervert. He's just a normal, regular person who's literally having this menacing aura because, well, yeah, he's a fucking menace now. He was trained by the fucking menace, mostly a menacing person. Also, well, damn, my eyes hurt so much. Either I continue on this video or I'm just gonna fucking take a shower after that. But not the point. Wait. Okay, I came back. Sorry about that. But we go into mostly Issei kind of, we get to his like 6-hour class. When Issei is in his 6-hour class, this is where, well, lots of people are still trying to ask him, or like either talk to him, ask him out, or just in general just have a small talk with him. Yeah, no one can actually budge through Issei's kind of like cold ass attitude, menacing aura, and he just doesn't seem to care so much about anyone, either care about the teacher's questions or anything. He's hearing music, he doesn't care, and say fuck all that. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into mostly Issei kind of like ignoring everyone, even, I mean literally everyone. The two perverts, to mostly Captain Moriyama, and like everyone else. Like everyone has just been pissing him off. For some reason, he's thinking of just dropping out of his school after a while. Because truly, he doesn't have a care in this world to actually stay in the school and actually graduate. He's no longer with the devil, so he can easily just drop out and say fuck all that. But yeah, because if he's no longer with the devils, Rias can't really tell him not to drop out, because he will drop out. But yeah. But this is where, well, we go into mostly a time skip of, well, Issei was walking around mostly after school. No, he was not going to go to the council room because they did tell him to go to the council room or go to mostly the ORC. So of course he didn't really go anywhere of those two fucking places, but instead was going to mostly the tennis place. For some reason he was just bored, and he does know that some of the teams of like tennis or something doesn't really play often or mostly practice often. So of course he went on the specific day to go play tennis, because he can either go to the kennel club, which he was at the kennel club, just to kind of get a wooden plank, shove it into the hole, literally kind of like pull out drill nails, well, mostly nails, and just use his hands to just punch the nails in, so mostly it can cover up the hole. Morohama and Matsuda were angry. They tried to attack Issei, but both of them got their faces literally smashed into the wall. They literally got whacked into the wall. Like, Issei didn't care. So that's why Issei's at the tennis club. Of course, he doesn't really want to deal with like the kennel class, but whatever. But of course, well, mostly we go into him just right now kind of playing a bit of tennis, just because he wants to know how fast and how reflex he can actually dodge the tennis ball machine. So that's what he does. He grabs the tennis racket. He also gets the tennis ball machine ready and was putting it in the highest speed max, because he wants to still train and using mostly his speed, his flexibility, and other things. He's not going to waste that all down, because he needs to make sure that he improves himself a lot, so when he actually goes to, well, take also bounty hunting missions like mostly Toji, he won't be caught lacking so much. But yeah, but other than that, we go into mostly him playing tennis. This is where, well, the tennis ball machine right now starts shooting multiple tennis balls at Issei. This is where, well, Issei either blocks them, well, hits him, and of course dodges some that are actually trying to hit his body. He then just keeps hitting it back, just straight to the tennis ball machine. Of course, he doesn't hit it too hard so he doesn't break it. If he breaks it, then he might have to pay for it. So that's why he's not trying to destroy the machine. He just keeps kind of like hitting the balls back towards the machine. This is where, well, mostly he is about to kind of be over until one of the tennis ball machines right now, well, not tennis ball machines, mostly one of the last ball machines, well, last ball that was about to shoot out the tennis machine right now shot it in super high speed about to hit Issei. This is where Issei reacted using the tennis ball, mostly the tennis rack, to kind of hit it, but to the side of it, since of course he knows that this thing looks to be shooting faster than normal. Either the thing right now glitched out and something actually probably went at the highest speed level, probably even higher than the actual machine. It shot out. He decided to hit it to the side. This is where, well, he's right now blocking the damn ball, and this is where, well, he's not letting go of the damn rack until he hits it back. This is where, well, he's struggling for a bit, but this is where he then swings his whole full force into the tennis rack, right now throwing the ball back into the machine. This time it got clogged into the mostly like tube. This is where it got clogged, and this is where he says, shit. Should probably turn that off real fast. Before he can even turn it off, someone already turned it off. Well. Someone said. This is where, well, mostly Issei looks up and sees a girl with kind of blondish hair. She's actually the captain of, well, the tennis team. This is where, well, he was surprised to see her. This is where, well, she looks like this. So this is how she looks like. She basically has blondish hair into mostly pigtails. Of course, it kind of goes into a bunch of like long strands of like blondish hair. She has bluish eyes. She has to scope somewhat to usually be able to, well, figure out someone's movements. She just uses it sometimes, but not much. This is where, well, her name is, well, mostly her name was Omiko Hakere, and this is where, well, Hakere says, well, what do we have here? She looks at mostly Issei. This is where, well, Issei narrows his eyes and says, I wasn't expecting you to actually show up. Well, I just had to show up one day. She's actually a third year, and this is where, well, she then says, I just decided to show up. So, what are you doing here, Mr. Hyodo? Hyodo? Wait, what? This is where, well, she was actually surprised. She actually takes a really good look on Issei, and this is where, well, she noticed the muscles that's kind of, well, muscles that's bulging out from mostly Issei's kind of shirt. Of course, his brownish hair that's actually going down. This is where, well, he does have longish brown hair because, yeah, it was spiky. There was a lot of it, but of course, this is where he now puts it down. This is where, well, he has his goldenish brown eye, and this is where one of them, the other one, is covered by his brownish hair. And this is where, well, she was surprised. Wow, I didn't know, Issei, that you were this fucking hot. This is where, right now, Okio kind of has a little blood nose, and of course, drooling a little bit. This is where, well, showing a little bit of sharp teeth because she was drooling from mostly looking at Issei. Issei says, whoa, senpai, I wasn't expecting you to be a pedo. Huh? No, I'm only 18, bastard. This is where, well, mostly Issei swears and says, okay. This is where, well, mostly Hakia says, whatever. How about this? If you beat me in a baseball, well, not baseball, mostly a tennis match, then I'll let you go. I will even, like, not make you pay for the mostly machine, and I'll give you a favor. This is where she grins. This is where, well, but if you lose in this tennis match, you're going to have to become mine. I'm not really into slavery, but okay. Sure, why not? Let's see who's better then. Oh, I've been only playing it a little bit. I'm not really good at this thing. Not good, she thinks in her head. Not good, my ass. You're basically like a goddamn athlete that I need on this team. Because this team has been really bad over the fucking past couple of years. This is where, well, she thinks in her head. This is where, well, she grins and says, good, let's shake on it. This is where, well, he says, sure, why not? This is where, well, they both give a handshake, and of course she can realize the grip of Issei's handshake. He's not looking into her, like, mostly chest. He's looking into her eyes, well, one of them, where she's looking into one of his eyes. And this is where, well, she grins, realizing that he's no longer a pervert. This is where, well, she wouldn't mind teasing him if he does lose. This is where, well, she said, okay, then let's do it. This is where, well, she mostly tosses the ball up, but before doing that, this is where Issei says, also, do I really have to use this tennis racket? They just kind of shatter after kind of hitting the ball back. Huh? Oh, right. Get another one then. Or you can use your hands if you want to, but I don't know if you really want to. Fuck it, I'll use my hands. This is where, well, we'll see Issei kind of, well, grins. Of course, well, we'll see Hakiya's case. No, get a fucking tennis racket. I'm not trying to hurt you. This is where Issei says, whatever. he grabs the tennis rack, and this is where, well, he gets into battle stance, and this is where, well, we'll see. She actually grins even more. This is where she throws up the ball and right now hits it with her own tennis rack to try to make it kind of go past Issei. Issei managed to have the reflexes and hit it back towards her. And of course, it managed to just pass her, and this is where 1 point towards Issei. This is where she widened her eyes and realized that he's actually pretty good. He wouldn't just dodge it. He's actually going to hit it this time. This is where, well, she grins and decides to throw up 3 balls up in the air and hit all 3 of them to see if Issei will react. Issei notices and decides to grab one of the other tennis rackets because he got another one, just in case the first one breaks. This is where, well, he decides to hit 2 of them, and then one of them he decides to hit it with like the back of the tennis rack, like if he was stabbing. He stabbed it, and of course, that third one managed to land down on the ground, but the other 2 managed to get hit by mostly Haruke. This is where Haruke kind of says, "Huh, you're very good. Damn it." This is where she wasn't expecting. She actually has 0 points with 2 points with Issei. This is where Issei decided to hit them back at mostly Haruke. This is where Haruke says, "Damn it." She keeps trying to hit it back and back until Issei says, "Well, let's see if you can keep up with speed." This is where Issei seems to teleport and hit the ball so hard that mostly it looked like it broke his second tennis rack, which the first one he also hit it pretty hard. It looked like it slammed the ball down like a basketball down to the ground near mostly her feet. This is where, well, she widened her eyes realizing she has mostly lost almost. There's 1 more point left, but this is where, well, she realized that he has 4. He's so skilled and strong that he broke the tennis racks. This is where, well, she then sighs and says, "I'm not giving up this time." This is where, well, she decides to like pull out a bunch of balls and hit them all at the same time to see if Issei's going to react. Issei notices and says, "Shit, this bitch is crazy." Fine. And this is where, well, Issei right now grabs one of the tennis, mostly the 2 tennis racks, well, mostly all 3 of them. Right now combines them all into mostly looking like a small bat or something, and starts kind of hitting them all at once like a small knife. He just starts kind of stabbing and swinging the little sticks all together with the balls, trying to hit them all the way towards mostly Akia's side. Akia's kind of says, "Oh wait, what the?" This is where all of them, she tries to hit him, but this is where she misses a lot of them. And of course, this is where, well, 2 points landed on Issei. Well, mostly, yeah. She actually managed to got 2 points, but he got actually like almost 10 points. He has actually total 8 points. This is where, well, or not 8 points. He does have 10 points. She has 12, well, I mean 2 points. This is where, well, she was upset the fact that mostly Issei thought of something really fast. She then sighs because she can't really give shit towards Issei because he wouldn't have enough time to actually get another tennis rack. This is where, well, she sighs and says, "Well, I lost. So, I guess you don't need to pay for the machine. I really don't need to score you, and, well, you're not gonna become my slave." Damn. So what is that favor you're gonna ask me for? This is where Issei looks at her and thinks, you allow me to be here for a while? Besides, I'm just gonna use that tennis rack machine as a training spot for like dodging mostly the tennis balls. That's all I'm gonna be using it. I would join baseball just to kind of use the their machine. Mostly they have much stronger settings, but I don't want to deal with the baseball team at all since those guys has actually been pissing me off. This is where Oki kind of says, "Okay, I thought you actually wanted something more." This is where, well, she decides to unbutton her kind of like mostly shirt a little bit, just showing off a little of her cleavage. And this is where, well, Issei said, "Can you please button up your shirt again? Because first of all, no, that's not happening. I'm not into mostly getting on no seduce again. And no thanks." This is where, well, Issei said. This is where, well, she was shocked and interested and said, "Fine, I guess you win. Well, I'll be going then. Besides, I'll be paying the machine later. I gotta fix it again." This is where, well, Issei said, "Okay. Well, I gotta be going also." This is where, well, Issei kind of like puts like the tennis destroy pieces into the trash can and start walking away. She grins, thinking that Issei was quite interested and really wished that he was, wishing that he was on her team, because it is a boys/girls on her team. Like, basically any kind of person can join except the pervert trio. Well, pervert duo now, because she realized that Issei isn't a pervert. That's where she grins even more. But yeah. Well, we go into mostly, well, a couple of people watching this. They were kind of shocked and believe, well, not shocked and believe, just shocked, dumbfounded, and amazed with Issei's skills. That was also so not just shocked to see Issei. Well, mostly skills. But other than that, I'll be ending it off here for part mostly 2 of this what if. Bye, see you, and yeah. But yeah.